Yo, what's good, my fellow Magic Knights? It is your boy DEADMANVINCE back with another Black Clover mobile video, and I kind of wanted to talk about the duplicate system in Black Clover Mobile because I see a lot of people, and this is not a video directed towards Black Clover Mobile. They're doing a great job. DUPE's doing a great job giving us all the information in a nice, organized format to where we can just kind of like see it all in one place, one-stop shop for information, right? But more so, this is just kind of like my general thought on it, not directed at anybody, not Giku, not anybody in the comments here. So, let's talk about the dupe system in Black Clover Mobile. Basically, we have this picture right here, which we can see. If you get the affinity hearts up, you can see different copies of the character. So you got one at level 1, and then you got another one at level 4. You got another one at there's another one at level every 3 levels basically. So from the first level, every 3 levels you go, you get another duplicate. Meaning that you can get 4 duplicates in all because you'll go 1, 4, 7, 10, right? Basically, I see a lot of people complaining about this duplicate system and saying that it's not good for the game. So let's just read this real quick. My thoughts on not needing dupes. And like I said, this is not a video directed at anyone. This is just a very proliferated version of what everybody is saying. Oh wow, World War III is trending right here. I didn't even notice that. But this is like the most prolific stating of what I'm seeing here. Basically, to start, it can change, but it's not good. If dupes aren't useful, it will be annoying for everyone. Even in just a week, I pulled SSR dupes and found myself feeling even worse than if I didn't pull an SSR because it's useless. Now imagine if it was over months, years, it becomes a horrible system. Also, monetary wise, not having dupes for characters either limits wells or makes them need to spend more for extremely useless things, skins, skill cards, dupes. If skill card dupes are the only thing you can really 5 out of 5, that would be boring. Make it to where maybe you can get a UR for free, and then LR you need dupes, and then maybe that can work. If not, then making a whole new system should be thought of, maybe like Dokkan. Let me know your thoughts. So, first, what I want to say is I don't really think that they're gonna change the system all too much, especially considering the fact that they had so much time to work on the game, and we're pretty much right before the game's release because they are trying to release this next month. If they do work something that big, because you got to think, changing your pretty much the way that the duplicate system works is you summon a character, they have their friendship, like potential, whatever, right? And you boost their affinity. When you boost their affinity, you can get these little duplicate coins for them, and you can boost the character up from wherever their rarity is to the next rarity. And let me break that down a little more for you. Basically, if you had a character that is rare, you would need a certain number of duplicates for them to get them from rare to SR, and then from SR to SSR, and then from SSR to UR, and then from UR to LR, right? And on and so forth and so forth and so forth. Basically, if you summon an SSR character, they give you enough free duplicates within the character's affinity system that you can just get the character from SSR to UR for free, just working on their potential system. Then you would definitely need more duplicates of that character to get them from UR to LR. So I don't really see that. Honestly, what he said right here, let's see. Make it to where maybe you can get a UR for free, and then LR you need to pull dupes. That can work. Honestly, that's kind of how it works already. I mean, you summon an SSR character, you fuse the 4 duplicates in, you get them to UR for free. You gotta wait till you get more copies of that character so that you can get the LR on them, right? And obviously LR is what's going to take your character to level 100, because every time you boost a character up from a certain rarity, they get an extra levels onto their level cap, and then you can max them out, right? But basically, I feel like the system is already working in this way, because if you summon a rare or an SR character, those characters have much higher rates because they're a lower rarity character. So you're already going to get a lot of copies of those characters. You're going to eventually be able to boost them all the way up to LR anyway. That's already a good system for the rare and SR characters. When it comes to SSRs, you already can get them UR for free because you can get 4 duplicates from their potential system. The LR, you just need to summon more dupes for it or buy more dupes from the coin shop or whatever, right? So this is already happening, it feels like to me, and I just don't understand why people are complaining about it, because I can see right here, monetary wise, not having dupes for characters either limits wells or makes them need to spend more money for extremely useless things. Honestly though, if you're a whale, aren't you ready to spend money? Let's be real here. If you are a whale and you don't make content, because that also exists, if you are a whale and you don't make content, you're basically already spending your money on a useless thing. You're putting your money into the game anyway, and you're not even making content on it, trying to get any like return on investment. You're probably just spending that money because you enjoy the franchise that you're playing the game for, and you want to have all the little customizations. You want to have your characters maxed out to a certain degree, a certain level, right? So my whole point is that whales are gonna whale anyway, because honestly, I plan to be a whale in this game. I plan to make a lot of content for this game, and even though I plan to be a whale, I'm not asking for them to change this duplicate system. Why would you ask them to make a change to the game that's going to make you spend even more money? I just feel that, you know, we already... So let's look at a bunch of different systems, right? You look at Dokkan, where you summon for a character and you have to get duplicates for the character to unlock their potential. I have been playing Dokkan for 8 years. I've been in plenty of situations where I summon countlessly for the character, and then when I get the character, I can't get any more copies of the character, and I can't awaken their hidden potential system, and then my character's stuck at 55%. And when you know that you just need that first duplicate to get them 69%, which gives them opportunity. And if you're building your character differently, then I'm sorry, you need to start working on the bottom right path, top left path, then the either or on the other two, right? But if you get duplicates for Dokkan, then that opens up you to a whole new world of possibilities, because your character can have dodge, your character can have criticals, your character can have additional attacks. Now, imagine a world where being a Dokkan player, being a Dragon Ball fan paid off, and you summon a character, and you know, you have to get this character's hidden potential. But oh wait, characters have like an affinity system, and you can summon you can get the duplicates basically from doing potential system grinding the game. Just playing the game, right? So that's kind of what they're incentivizing, because you gotta think, even though you can't spend money right here, you can spend your time and get the same thing. And what are you gonna say? Oh, I'm a whale, I don't have time, you know, to put extra time into the game and get these things. But typically, a lot of the whales that I've seen that are making like content, if you're playing the game just to dump money in it and collect all the characters, and you're not actually gonna like play the game, like why play the game? Why spend your money? You can spend your money on a lot better things. But it's like, if you are actually a avid fan of this franchise and you actually want to play this game to no fucking end, you're going to grind that game out like you are a free-to-play character, and then you're gonna spend your money any fucking way. And you know, that's more so on the content creator side, and I feel like this is very, very helpful to content creators, to be honest, because the game is a lot cheaper this way. Think about the fact that you can summon. Think about all the games that you've played and you've summoned and summoned and summoned and summoned. I just watched the Nanogenics video the other day where this man spent 5,500 Dragon Stones for a duplicate. That 5,500 Dragon Stones, obviously, of course, Nano had it because, you know, he had the money to put up for it. He already put the money into the game. He was already ready for it. And, you know, he's already made sure that all of his prior life situations are set up. But you got to think, man. That 5,500 Dragon Stones cost actual money. People are talking about hype right now. People are talking about the game being boring right now. But think about actual money. We're not just young people playing this game. We also have people who are grown that play gacha games, you know what I'm saying? Who like to spend money in these games, make content, things like that. And this is not just me trying to defend content creators and saying that they should keep this because it's better for content creators. And I'm sorry, if you guys want to read this while I'm talking, I'm going to zoom in on this just so it is a little more easy for you to read, right? But the whole point that I'm making is this decision makes the game cheaper, which makes it more beneficial for free-to-play free-to-play players, but it does not only make it more beneficial to free-to-play players, it also makes it more beneficial to the whales and the people who are like spinners and things like that. Because this is the difference in between you spend some money on the game, you get the character, and then all right, cool. Thanks to this dupe system, I got this character. I don't need to spend a lot more money. I can just go ahead and just boost this character up naturally from his natural in progression, like affinity, whatever, and boost the character up. Versus I summon this character and I'm a light spender. I'm not really trying to spend more money, but damn, this character's not good unless I have the extra duplicate. I hate that feeling. I hate summoning for a character on Dokkan, and I feel that the character is not as good because, you know, I watch the Truth DT. The Truth DT is like an encyclopedia on Dokkan. He makes all kinds of videos on characters. He makes like 10 videos a day because he gets to the bare minute details for each character and lets you know how the character functions at face value, right? I'm not trying to be somebody who's watching that video and then I'm summoning and then I can't get this many characters because I didn't put that much money up, and then all of a sudden I have a 55% copy of the character, and I'm just like, wow, this character fucking sucks because I don't have all the copies that I need for him. Why did they lock the extra potential of this character behind a fucking money wall? A money wall or a luck wall? It's really one or the other. Do you really want to add an extra money wall? You're already going to be fighting against the odds. Because even though the dupe system is like this, yes, why y'all acting like y'all about to hop into the game and just summon every character? Y'all about to summon every single character, get them, and then just summon more copies, and you want to summon more copies of them? Bro, you got to get the character in the first place. Instead of talking about how bad the duplicate system is. And I also saw other points that people were making about the coin shop, talking about how the coin shop is like useless or whatever, blah, blah, blah. But it's just like, bro, we don't even know what the coin shop is going to look like just yet. I feel like this is a good decision for the longevity of the game. Because yes, Vic Gaming does have to make a certain amount of money, meet a certain quota to keep their business running. But do you want to make money because you implemented more monetization in the game that people are going to get tired of quicker? Or do you want to make money off the game because you actually made a good product, people genuinely enjoy the game? Dude, I've hopped into gacha games before for a series that I have not watched anything on, or they don't even have a series behind them. Fun fact about DEADMANVINCE. The only time I play a gacha game is if I know the show that the gacha game is from. So if I see a show that gets a new gacha game, I'm just, okay, I'll try it out for a little bit. I don't know how it's going to play. I don't know if it's going to be good, but I'm at least willing to try it because I like this show and I like these characters. So I want to summon, I want to be able to use these characters and say that I could work on, you know, there's a Fire Force gacha game that just dropped. And I hopped on that because I was like, oh, dude, I bet Shinra's sick in that fucking game, right? So people are going to be playing the game for an experience or, you know, just because they're a fan of something attached to the game. I just feel that if you're playing the game, you shouldn't be spending money because a company put a paywall in front of you and told you, yo, if you want this, spend this money. And I'm not saying that gaming is doing that. It's not like everywhere we're going to turn in the game, there's going to be a paywall. And I'm also understanding of the other side of the argument. I understand that you guys think it'll be boring, and I understand that you guys want that hype, but I'm just saying, think about it from a real life perspective versus your hype. Your hype is going to last at that moment when you summon that character. How long does your hype last, or how reasonable does your hype make your decisions after you've already gone this deep for summons and you're thinking about, damn, I really went this deep for this character, and like I can use this character for a couple events? Because it's just like, you summon for these characters and they're meta for a little bit, yeah, but what happens when the next character comes out? The next character's meta, and maybe this old character that you spent all this money on isn't like as important as they used to be, because this other new character can either completely negate what they do, or, you know, this other character can do what they do better. And I just feel like people shouldn't be looking at it from a, oh, I want to be hype perspective. You should be looking at it from a, I want to be able to play this game for a long time. I want to be able to enjoy this game. If you're gonna like, in that, the dupe system being the way it is also going to help take away from burnout on the game, because part of the reason why I'm so burned out on Grand Cross, because I used to stream Grand Cross a lot. That's kind of how I started to make my kind of like name for myself on Twitch, even though my Twitch account is not like that super big. And by the way, guys, since it's not that big, you should go and follow DeadmanVince.tv. Wait, what? Twitch.tv/DeadmanVince. Dude, that was so hard for me to say. You can tell I don't look at my Twitch links or anything like that. But basically, guys, the whole point that I'm trying to make is this dupe system is saving people money, because you summon the character, you do some affinity events, you can get the character up to the next rarity if they're an SSR. I'm more so talking about the SSRs, because rares and SRs, dude, those come all the fucking time. In Grand Cross, I've started so many, like, not so many, but I've started new accounts in Grand Cross. A JP account, I've started a secondary free-to-play account so that I can farm demons with myself on my main account. And one thing that I've always seen hold true is rare characters are going to drop in your summons like fucking rocks in the ocean, dude. You're gonna get so many rare characters, and you can basically max out your rare characters at the start of the game, as soon as you start the game. If you're doing an ample amount of summons, if you're farming all of your content, you're getting free-to-play diamonds and all of that, and you're, you know, getting what you need to do your summons, and you get all these rare characters, max out the rare characters immediately. That way every duplicate of the rare character that you get later can be used towards something else, right? The same thing is for SSR. The same thing for SR characters. They may not drop as commonly as rare characters. But let's be real here. Your summon is not just a 11 character. So, multi-summons are usually 10. Gacha games like to incentivize you doing a multi-summon instead of single summons because the multi-summon typically adds on an extra character. I can't quite remember if they did that in the beta for Black Clover Mobile, and I don't know if they ever said anything about doing something like that in the game itself, right? But basically the point that I'm making is, when you do these summons, it's not just all rares. It's not just all SRs. It's literally all fucking random, you know? So there's a random chance for anything to pop into that multi. Max out your rare characters immediately, boom, you don't have to worry about them anymore. Free real estate for the coin shop. Max out your SR characters immediately, boom, you don't have to worry about them anymore. Free real estate for the coin shop. And I'll admit, the SR characters do take a little bit more time than the rare characters, but even still, they come at a much more frequent rate. They have much lower rates than SSRs. So you can automatically max them out, get them up to LR, basically for free, dude. Because when we summon, we're not summoning for SRs, we're summoning for SSRs. So when we get extra SRs all around in the mix, that's just extra, you know, that's just bonuses, right? But then you get the SSRs, right? You farm up their affinity, you get them to UR. Now you're just waiting on 4 copies of the SSR so you can get them to LR. And yeah, I guess it sucks. Level 100 is locked behind a wall. But also, would you rather it be like you need to get this material that you can't farm at all? SSR pendants that you can't directly farm at all, and you have to wait till the game gives you these SSR pendants to start getting characters to level 100. That was one of my, that's another one of my problems too. When I see people complaining about this duplicate system, I just think about all the, you know, 3 years of playing Grand Cross and 8 years of playing Dokkan, and I'm just like, dude, this is like a blessing in my eyes. Yeah, whales can't spend as much money as they want to on the specific things they want to, but if you're a whale, aren't you just spending your money on anything you fucking want anyway, dude? I mean, think about it. Gacha games are not a life necessity. You do not need to you do not need to download gacha games. You do not need to spend your money on gacha games. You know what you need to do? You need to pay your bills. You need to eat. You need to have shelter. You need to get gas. You need to drink water. If you don't do those things, you'll die. And if you won't die, you come close to it, right? So gacha games are not a necessary expense. So let's go ahead and just put on the table, spending money in gacha games is stupid. Unless you're making content, because then that's your job. But if you're not making content, spending money in gacha games is stupid. No, I'm not calling people stupid. I'm just calling the act of spending money in something that you don't have to spend money in stupid, especially when they give you the option to play it for free. And yes, I am also admitting the fact that content creators, when they spend all these copious amounts of cash in gacha games, yes, that is pretty stupid, I guess. Especially if you don't make the money back on your videos, you're not getting views or something like that. But if you are getting views back, absolutely genius idea. You're just getting paid to do what you like. But dude, I don't think we should be complaining about them trying to make the game cheaper for people, especially for the sense of hype. Are you more concerned about your hype? Or are you more concerned about your wallet? Also, I just feel like by not accepting this system, like, okay, let's scroll down to this real quick. And like I said, this is not a shot at anybody, but I just saw a video. And it's right here, right? Free-to-play players defending the system, official Kelbert. And like I said, Kelbert, all love, man. You're probably a great dude. I'm not talking shit on you. I'm just using this as an example. But it's like, free-to-play players defending this system. And then his response. It pretty much is Andrew Tate saying, you're broke, you're fucking poor. I don't think being sensible makes you poor. It just makes a lot of sense that people don't want to spend extra money in games, right? It's like, we've grown up in a society where video games, you know, video games are really fun, right? And typically you go to the store, you buy your video games, then you get home. Way back in the fucking Stone Age, not the Stone Age, but when I was a kid, you used to buy a game, you used to put that shit in your console, you used to play that shit from start to finish, and it wouldn't ask you for money at all. Not at a single fucking point in the game. Now, we are in a fucking, what's the word I'm looking for? We're in an era of DLC, the DLC era, dude. This era is fucking DLC. This is extra content on life. COVID, dude, all this shit going on. You remember when clowns are going, dude, you know, we're not talking about the world right now. But basically what I'm saying is, you're not poor if you want to defend the system. you're just sensible. It makes sense not to want to spend extra fucking money in games, especially when we have other things like bills and shit like that, dude. I just don't understand why people are so upset about this, but I also guess I could understand why people are upset about it from a hype perspective, but I've never been somebody who's let my hype take control of the real life implications of my actions. I've never done something because it'll make me hype at the risk of something in real life. There are people who want to play these games. There are people who are true fans of Black Clover, and everybody's going through different walks of life. You know what I'm saying? So people want to be able to play this game and experience the game how they want to. This decision makes the game a little bit easier to access for different people, right? And I feel like it's a good system. But I guess that's my piece, you know? I just don't want to feel combative like I'm attacking anybody, but I also just kind of want to defend my point and just say I think that this makes sense, especially looking at the fact that this company that's making this game came from Netmarble, or they led Netmarble in making Grand Cross, and Grand Cross gets a lot of burnout. I've heard of a lot of players, you know, dropping Grand Cross. I've dropped Grand Cross. The people that I've gotten into Grand Cross around me have also dropped Grand Cross, and I just see very common thing with it. And I'm just like, dude, they asked for too much money here, and here. So does it not make sense for Vic Gaming to want to learn from their mistakes and make a game where they're not asking for money here, and here? And it's just like, one more point to think about. By making the dupe system this way, free-to-play characters can basically get SSR characters, get them up to UR, get them up to level 80 or level 90. I can't really remember. Is it 40? We'll figure out when the game comes back. But basically, I don't want free-to-play players to summon in this game and feel like, oh, damn, I gotta summon more, or fuck, I don't have enough stones, or fuck, this game is cheating me, because, you know, I don't want people to feel like that. I just want people to be able to get their character, get them to a certain level, and just be able to actually have the character be useful. And instead of saying, like, you know, I don't think that skill pages are useless. Skill pages, quite literally, were the completion of a character set in the beta. Whenever you got a character, yes, that character was the character, cool. But skill pages give them an extra passive and also boost a certain ability. Yes, it gives an extra skill tacked onto a certain ability and also gives an extra passive to the character. And that feels really complete to me, right? It's like, summon for the character. Cool, I got the character. I can farm with the character and get this character to this certain rarity. Boom. Okay, I might need a few dupes afterwards, but that's cool. We'll worry about it when we worry about it. Oh no, I don't have the fucking skill page. Now I'm gonna fucking wail out, sweat out. Don't you think free-to-play players should have the opportunity to experience, like, majority of the character for free, basically? I just feel like that, right? I just feel like things in the world, there are some things in the world that should not require you to spend money, and it's just like, I feel like if the game is free, being able to get these characters and build them up should be a free experience as well. and even though I plan to be a certain level of well for this game, I also do want to advocate very greatly for the free-to-play players, because while, yes, they are trying to make money, I'm pretty sure that gacha games have, like, systems that can track, you know, yes, there's definitely systems in the game that can track how much players are playing the game and things like that. And I feel like if the game is more free-to-play, a lot more people are going to be accessible to it, because let's remember Black Clover is a series that necessarily does not have the best track record. It wasn't very popular at first, or a lot of people didn't see it as popular, but I think it's a great story. But everybody is not coming into this with that same mindset. Every single person is not somebody who's willing to spend money on the game, because no matter how they decide to monetize the game, I'm willing to spend the money. I've already told myself that. I've already decided that. Fun fact, another fun fact about Deadman, guys. I've been waiting on this game to drop before they even announced the game. I literally saw when they said that they're releasing merchandise for Black Clover, and I knew. My premonition just told me, gotcha game, it's coming. So I already knew. I've already been waiting on it, because I looked at Black Clover Phantom Nights and I said, wow, this flopped, but I'm pretty sure they're going to try to take Black Clover and capitalize on the gacha market right now and how evolved it is. So I already knew the game was coming. I was already to a point where I was willing to spend money on whatever, whether it be skill pages, whether it be skins. And by the way, I don't know if it's still the same, but skins were also included in this duplicate system as well. So you probably wouldn't even be spending money on skins. I mean, yeah, you'll spend money on skins, but it'll be like extra skins. And at that point, the skins aren't even boosting your character stats anyway. So do you have to spend money on them? Sure, if you want to. I know I'm going to, but I just like customization. I'm a fan of Black Clover. I want to play the game how I want to play the game. But skill pages are definitely important. And this could be, hey, this is a lot better than a system. My Hero the Strongest Hero had a system where you would farm these coins and pretty much these coins would convert into all different kinds of currency in the game, which Black Clover Mobile did take that aspect. I didn't really like it at first, but it just depends on how expensive everything that you're converting the coins for cost. You have to convert the coins into different things, and pretty much, or no, the black crystals, I'm sorry. You have to convert the black crystals into different things, and if the dupe system is not so rough on your pockets, if it's not so fucking taxing, you're not just getting shafted left and fucking right, or even when you get shafted and you only get one copy of the unit, you can still kind of like get the unit to a certain level, then I mean, dude, I'm here for that. And you know, right here also, same dude with the Andrew Tate thing. Same dude with the Andrew Tate thing also had another point that I thought was really important. I still say locking 100 behind a dupe is a no. That is fair. That is fair. Locking 100 behind duplicates is kind of ass. But even more so, wouldn't that mean that this free-to-play system is even better? Because the free-to-play system gives you even more real estate to get to that UR level for free, right? Like, we have 4 duplicates already in, and I know I keep repeating myself, but I'm just trying to wrap my head around. I'm trying to wrap my head around people wanting to spend more money for more hype. It's like, I get it. We play games for hype. We're trying to get that dopamine rush in our minds, but it's just like, do you want a dopamine rush from getting hype off of somebody one character and then getting fucking shafted? Or do you want a dopamine rush from looking at your account and thinking about how great your account is overall? Yeah. It's not about instant gratification. It's more so about the rewards you get in the long run. So just try to be a long run player. And you know, like I said, I just want to state one more time, sometimes when I'm talking, I feel like I can sound kind of condescending, or I can sound kind of aggressive. I am not trying to come from a negative place. I am not trying to shit on anybody's opinions. I am just giving my own opinions. I respect everybody's opinions on this platform. I respect everybody's opinions in this community, because I love the entire Black Clover Mobile community. We are going to come together and make this game something quite incredible, but I just want everybody to come together and, you know, work on that purpose. And instead of like instead of like complaining about things on the games, you know, I just kind of want to see the game first and see how it absolutely affects the game before we just start to complain about it. Because yes, there are people who played the beta, and yes, there are people who saw some things in the beta, but even the beta, as we know now, is not even 100% for certain, because they've already changed the UI. They've already changed how many characters are going to be in the game starting out. They've already changed this, that, and the third. They've literally changed skills. They're probably changing the gear system. They're changing so much stuff. So let's just see how the game changes. Let's see how the coin shop changes. Let's see how everything changes before we start complaining about duplicate coins. And if you're going to continue to complain about duplicate coins, that's perfectly fine. You are entitled to your opinion, and I respect you for giving your opinion. If you have certain opinions that align with mine or that go against mine, that's 100% fine. Go down below and comment in my video. I just kind of wanted to open the floor to a different point of view. And I'm not saying that I'm the only person that has this point of view. I haven't talked to anybody personally that also has this point of view. But, you know, if you do have this point of view, also comment down below and just kind of like let me know, you know, hey, I agree with you. Because then you're not alone, right? I just don't see that big of a problem with it, the game being cheaper rather than more expensive. I just think that Big Gaming is looking at their past mistakes with Grand Cross and trying to amend those mistakes. Or instead of amend those mistakes, they're just trying to go ahead and nip them in the bud and just stop them before they're even a problem in the game. But that's going to be it for my video. I'm super lazy. I'm a slacker, guys. Last fun fact of the video. I'm actually on vacation. This is the last day of my vacation, and, you know, I enjoyed it, but I'm kind of sad it's going, but we can't be sad. All we can do is surpass our limits. So I have been a bit lazy. I've been a bit sluggish on working on some things. I do apologize for that, but my life has been very hectic in the past few months, and a lot of things are changing, and a lot of new decisions are being made in my life, and I'm trying to work towards a lot of new goals. So, you know, I couldn't necessarily hop behind the computer and make as much content or stream as much or do this, that, or the third as much as people wanted me to, but I do just want to let people know that there is hope for Deadman's Paradise. It's not even called Deadman's Paradise anymore, Jesus. For DEADMANVINCE, Black Clover Mobile, and I'm absolutely going to start making more content now, especially because they've just given us such an influx of information. And, you know, I'm still here for you guys. I'm still advocating for the game. And yes, I'll make my little rants at Vic Gaming, but that's not because I hate Vic Gaming. Vic Gaming, I know you're watching this video too because you guys are shit at communicating, but you're great at listening. I love Vic Gaming as well too. I love everything they're doing for us, and I appreciate them very much for what they're doing for us. But if somebody isn't going to be, you know, if somebody's not going to be the, oh, dude, this shit's ass voice, you know, if somebody's not going to be the hater, then who's going to hate, right? And that's just kind of like my point. But like me as a genuine hater of stupid shit, and sometimes Vic Gaming does stupid shit, man, but I still love the company. I don't think that I don't think complaining about this is stupid shit. I just felt that we need to put more opinions on the table and kind of just see how people feel about it as a community and just kind of flesh out the argument a little bit more, right? But that's going to be it for this video. Hope you guys did enjoy. Peace. That's going to be your boy Deadman, surpassing his limits for the last time today. That's cap. Peace.